Hello again and welcome to another iconic movie character tutorial. Before we start, of course, if you could subscribe, that would be terrific. Thank you very much. And also, ring that little bell icon, remember? Okay, well, the iconic movie character today is a minion, and it's Stuart, one of the cutest ones. Now, the shape of a minion is actually quite simple, you know. It's like a kind of capsule shape, you know. You've got this nice rounded top like that, coming down, more or less straight, and then right down to the bottom. And the bottom shape is actually a bit flatter than top, so you see that kind of slight capsule shape there, like that. Now Stuart has one eye, and what you do is right in the centre here, a big circular shape there, and of course he has the goggles on, so you outline the goggles like that. Okay, and the strap, putting it at a slight angle here, you've got the kind of metal part, and the strap going up lightly like that, going over the edge, and then the other one coming down, dropping down a bit further than the other one like that. Okay, in the centre, one nice big brown eye like that. That's a circular shape there with the black shape in the middle and a bit of a light highlight right there. Okay, and of course he's got his cute little tufts of hair sticking up like that. Okay, right, now the actual division between his head shape, his face shape, and his dungarees, you know, is just about below the half mark. So the half mark's here, and just below that you get the top of the dungarees. Between the goggle shape and the top of the dungarees you have his mouth, and you give a nice big curve, nice big smile like that. Okay, and that's the top of the dungarees sloping up. Now I'm going to have one hand coming out just above the strap of the dungarees there, one arm coming out at an angle and going back in again like that, and they have big kind of black gloves on, which probably come out, started with there actually, and go back up, a couple of wrinkles there, and 3 fingers, 1, 2, 3, like that. And the other one, the other strap coming in up there like that. The other arm comes below that there, there's the side of the body there, so the arm comes behind it. And again, it's kind of dangling, hanging down. And his little glove coming in here. This time it's kind of coming back the way like that, so you get his hand with the fingers kind of curved backwards. There, okay? Right, the strap comes around, stops there, there's a big button, okay? And on the front of his dungarees you have a big pocket. And of course, because they work for Gogh, despicable me, you have his symbol on the pocket. A big circle, and then you have like a diamond shape inside the circle, but the diamond shape makes the letter G, like that. The curve inside, like that, coming up to the little bit of the G there, like that. Okay? And the side of his dungarees comes down just behind that button there, curves down like that, and then the actual waistband, if you like, of the dungarees comes in there, curves around his body there, and on this side the edge of the dungarees comes down there, and the waistband comes in here. Now he's got 2 little short legs coming down just about there, okay, just that kind of shape there, and then 2 little feet with boots on, so you've got the heel coming down and a kind of round toe shape. Same with that one, kind of round toe shape and the heel, and then the actual sole of the boot you can put in like that, gives that kind of ridged feeling. There, like that. Okay, even more detail up here, get a bit more weight on your pencil there. And around here as well. Just to define that a bit more. I'm just going to feel my way around the line here. And I'll try and work that into a better circular shape in a second. The eyeball, as I said, the pupil, there's a big curve there with the black centre and the highlight there. And around the edge of the goggle, there are little like screws or nuts keeping the thing together. Like that. A metal bit coming in there. And then the little screw there. And then a metal bit there. You've got the division of the strap. Okay. Right, I'm just going to go around those lines again and just clarify them and rub out any of the kind of rough lines that I've done, and let's see what it looks like when I've done that. Okay, I've outlined that a bit more strongly now. I've rubbed out a lot of the slightly fuzzy lines, and just putting a few details in here, like the stitching along the top, around the pocket, around this part here, there, like that. Okay, now I'll go to colour them with colour pencils. Now, of course, you can use anything you like, paints or felt pens, anything like that. The colour pencils I'm using are Rexel Cumberland Artists, and they're rather nice, you know, they blend very nicely. So we'll start off with a lemon yellow for the body and the face. And so basically all you do is, you know, fill in that shape. Now I'm going to be using other colours over the top to get a nice quality of colour, but start off with the lemon yellow. So I'm going to fill in right around here and his arms and his bit of body there. Okay, so let me do that and let's see what it looks like when I've done it. Okay, I've done the lemon yellow and I'm going to move on to the next yellow, which is a warmer, kind of like a duck egg yellow. And by the way, make sure you use a hard pencil or a hardish, you know, 1B, 2B, something like that. If you use a 5B, like I did, what happens is when you're using your colour pencil, you tend to drag the pencil line into your colour. So you can either, you know, once you're drawing with a thick, let's say a 5B, rub over your pencil lines so that you don't drag the colour in, or from the start just use a harder pencil. Okay, so with the warmer yellow, I'm going to move on to the centre part of his face here. Think about that kind of roundness. So if you start off with the centre part and just shade in like that, it gives a bit of a glow to the yellow as well, you know, which means that this is lighter on either side and slightly darker in the centre. You just work over the top like that, okay? And then when you come down here, round about the dungarees and down the side of the arm where there might be a bit of a shadow in here, okay? Underneath the arm here. Oops, forgot that bit. Where's my lemon yellow? Yeah, here we go. I'll put that in here. See, because I've rubbed out the line there, I'm not dragging any of that colour in. Alright, okay, another bit of warmer yellow under there. Okay, and now I want to move on to an orange colour. There's a bit of shadow underneath the goggles here. So we'll again work over the top, like that. Imagine that, the goggle casting that kind of shadow there. And also I would use that for his mouth. I'm probably going over that again with a kind of brownish colour, but I'll do it with the orange first of all, okay? And then again, just at the top of the dungarees here, creating a bit of shadow underneath that bit there. Just where I was putting the warmer yellow, you know. In here too. And under here, shadow of his glove. And underneath his arm there, and the roundness of his arm, just in there, like that. Okay, so I'll move back up to the top again now, and I'll put in the shine of the goggle. I'll do that in a grey colour, okay, a dark grey. And basically, what you're going to get is the kind of light catching parts of it, this part here, but over the top, you'll get the shadow kind of following the curve of the goggle, like that. And then a nice big dark shadow underneath in there. Okay, and a bit of a shadow under that side as well. And on this side, a darker bit of grey, like that. A bit more weight on your pencil, and the other side too. Okay, I'll be getting a lighter grey to fill in some of these areas and just leave perhaps a white area there and one round here. But let's move on to the shiny bit here. Again, nice bits of shading catching like that. Now this is black, but if you want to get a sense of the roundness, do grey at the outside there. And then what we're going to do is, once I have my black, bring the black from there out to here. And you'll get the sense of a curve. So if I just shade that grey, and I'll show you what I can find the black. There we are. A little stub of black left here. Right, that's grey, but this is black. Okay? And there's also a line coming around there like that. So take the weight off your black as you're going towards the grey, and you get that sort of round shape. See that? Same with this bit here. Black, and take the weight off into your grey there. Right, okay, the gloves are black too, but I'll do that in a moment. I want to get around to the denim colour of his dungarees. Okay, got this blue colour here, and basically I'm just going to fill that shape in. I'm not going to bother with doing any shading on it at the moment, but just fill in the whole dungaree shape. Okay, so I'll do that, and you can catch up with me when I've done it. That's the shading over the top of the pocket, and I'll just put a bit of weight around the shape of the pocket there, and also around a bit of the strap. Okay, I'll fill that in now. Okay, I've coloured in the denim colour now, and I'm going to put a bit of shading on now, starting with just underneath his glove here. You get a bit of shading towards by the fingers, like that, maybe a bit there, a little bit coming around here, and coming around here perhaps, but most of the shading, there'll be here actually, underneath the strap, most of the shading is underneath his body here. Now if you just go around like this, and then put your weight on your pencil at the bottom, and then as you come up, just a thin sliver like that, as you come up into the blue, take the weight off and blend it in lightly. So you'll get that kind of shaded curved shape. You see that? Same goes for down here, but I'll leave a little bit of light here and a little bit of light here. So again, a lot of weight in your pencil over the top of the blue. Leave a wee bit of light at the front, take the weight off. Weight back on again at the back. Same with this bit. Nice and heavy. And then come to the front, just take the weight off and you've got that kind of quality there. Okay, and bit of shading at the top of the pocket, just about here. Okay, I've just been shading it on the other side of the darker line here with the grey, just to differentiate between that tone and the light tone which I'm leaving there and there. Okay, a bit of grey tone on the edge of the little screws around here. Give them a bit of shape on one side, see that? Okay, right, I'll move on to the eye now. And I think what I'll use is, let's see, a warm colour, warm yellow, first of all, for the outside part. I'm going to go over that again in a second, missing out the highlight there. And over the top of that with orange. But really that part of Stuart's eye is not orange, it's actually a brown colour. So I'm going to take this kind of copper brown colour and go over the top of colours that I've used already. And that gives it a nice glow. There, like that. Okay, and I would take the black now and fill in the centre part. It should be a bit bigger than I've made it, so bring it out a wee bit to there and round. There we are. And there like that. And we leave that white spot for the reflection. And round the outside. Again with the black. Come like that. And bring a few kind of striations in from the outside. Little flecks coming in like that. And gives it a kind of rounded shape. Like that, okay? Alright, and I'll just go over that again. Right, and down to the gloves now. Again, they're black, but if you take the black, don't put too much pressure on it just now, because you want to get a rounded quality, so you do that by putting weight on the bits which you want to make in shadow. For instance, around the outside edge here, a wee bit more weight on that. Same with that glove there. What I'll do, actually, once I've done that, is take the grey again and go over that. That kind of pulls the colour together, makes it a bit more solid. Like that. Okay. Like that. It's gone a bit too dark, so I'm just going to take a wee bit of putty rubber and just kind of lift some of that tone off there. Okay, so I'm going to do that now with that and with the boots. So this time I've used the grey first, and then I'm going to use the black over the top to get the shading like that. Okay, just a bit around the edge, around the bottom of his knuckles there. And the feet as well, underneath the cuffs of the trouser there, nice and heavy with the black over the grey. And then take the weight off so you get the front lighter there, the toe catching the light. So we do the same there. And with the toe left alone, so it's catching the light like that. Okay, and the soles, again, you just leave a little line so you get a white gap between the sole and the foot. Just a little indication of where the sole is. I'll be going outlining this with a pen anyway, so you'll get the quality of the line back in there. So I'm just about ready to do that now. Oh, what I was going to do was, as I said to you, was go over the mouth with the brown colour is to accentuate that a bit more. Maybe bring that bit more shadow in here. And a bit more colour there. Okay, now I've missed out the black on the button, so I'll put that in just now. And also around the groove symbol. So that's black into that gap there, across there. And that bit sticking out, and then you get that kind of diamond shape. Like that. And it picks out the letter G around that circle, like that. And I'll fill that in. Okay, maybe a bit of shading in there. And what I'll do is, the stitching which has been lost now, I'll put that in with the pen later. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do just now. You're looking quite cute, right? But I'm going to pick them out now and outline them with a black pen. Okay, I've got a 0.8 fine pen here now, and I'm going to just outline the shapes, starting with the hair. And instead of doing one line like that, do a bit thicker bit at the bottom, and then give your pen a nice little kind of tweak like that. So the hair is thicker at the bottom. Like that. Okay, now what we do is just go around the outside shape. Follow that line there. And then we'll pick out the goggles, which will make them a lot more clear. Like that, see that? And turn that shape there. And just follow the circle around here. And the outside shape of the circle. And put in your little screw shapes. Okay, I'm going to continue doing that, and let's see what it looks like when I've done it. Right, I've finished outlining it, and just the details to put in now. The final details, the little bits of stitching. Coming around here. Like that. Yep, around here too. And down the front. Like that. I think I'll just outline the G. Like that. Excellent. A few more bits of stitching coming down there. Yeah, I think that's fine. Good, I hope you enjoyed that. That's Stuart the Minion. A great wee character. Right, and I hope you can join me again for another tutorial very soon. But in the meantime, of course, all the best, and happy drawing.